Hey, it's Elaine Swann, the etiquette lady, and today is National Compliment Day. So what does that mean? That means today is the day that you should say something nice to somebody and not expect anything in return. I'm going to break down how to give a proper compliment, all right? And how to receive a proper compliment, okay? So the first thing is how to give a compliment. The best thing for you to do is to just be very, very sincere and don't give kind of one of those backhanded compliments. And this is what I mean by that. So you wouldn't say this, oh, you're real smart, because that's not a compliment. That's really actually putting the person down in a really sneaky way, right? So instead, pick something about the person. There's two different things that you can do. You can either compliment a person through their attributes or their appearance. Now with attributes in the workplace, for example, you could compliment somebody and tell them what a great job they did on a particular project, or compliment them on their leadership skills, or compliment them for, thank them and tell them how great they are with helping out and stepping in to, get projects done or what have you. So that's a great way to give a compliment about someone's attribute, all right? Now, physical appearance is a little bit different, and in some instances, you have to be a little bit careful. You can compliment somebody on the hair, their eyes, their blouse, their style, whatever. That's perfectly fine. But be mindful when it's gender to gender. For example, for a guy to say to a gal, right, ooh, I like them jeans you have on, it can be misconstrued as flirting. So be very, very careful in terms of the tone in which you use and the area of the body that you pick, especially when you're in the work environment, because you don't want to end up in HR, right? Now, let's say, for example, somebody does give you a compliment. Too often, most especially as women, we have a tendency to put down a compliment or try to redirect people to others because we don't know how to handle it. And the best way to handle a compliment is just to be gracious and say, why, thank you. And that's it. You don't need to be effusive and say, oh, these old shoes or this old blouse or anything like that. Don't do that. Don't put it down. And don't feel that you have to receive a compliment by giving another one, right? So you don't need to have that give and take. Instead, when someone says something nice to you, about your appearance or perhaps your disposition, just say, why, thank you. That's very thoughtful of you. Or thank you. That's very kind of you. And if you do want to dig a little deeper, you can say, well, thank you. This is actually my favorite blouse. That's all. So just be gracious and say thank you. Now go out and give that great compliment and celebrate National Compliment Day. I love you and you're great.